formation. They're going to play action. Campbell will throw. He throws out left, and it is caught by Heyward. He's gone. It's going to be a touchdown. 10-5 touchdown. Raiders.
Give it up to the Raiders.
Oh, God, we like that, Damon.
Oh, it's about time. For the first time since 2008, they have put together back-to-back wins and impressive wins. They don't squeak by anybody. 59 points laid on the Denver Broncos and then come up with 33 against the Seattle Seahawks, who, by the way, were on top of the NFC West. Welcome to Raiders Press Conference Live. Damon Andrews alongside Romo, Bill Romanowski, the four-time Super Bowl champ. And Bill, this is exactly what the Raiders were looking for. The Raider Nation, Coach Tom Campbell, the players themselves, a consistent effort and exactly what they did in dominating fashion.
You know, and when I look at this game, it was a game where everyone was like, can they do it twice in a row? And you brought that up. But what they did here, Damon, is they won in the trenches. Their offensive line play was awesome. They gave up 2 sacks, but really they only gave up 1 sack because one of them, Jason Campbell, ran out of bounds. Their defensive line was swarming to the football. 8 sacks on the day. They dominated a good football team in the trenches, and that is, I think, the most impressive thing because when you win in the trenches, it makes it easier for a Jason Campbell to have time to throw the football to a DHB. It makes it easier for the defensive backs to cover wide receivers. And so the total team effort really, I think, starts because of the what I call trench warfare.
Yeah, and the Raiders won that hands down against the Seattle Seahawks. Everything was clicking for this team. In fact, you could call this the most complete win they have had at home in over 6 years, and that's exactly what Coach Tom Campbell, he really was talking about. In fact, we'll take you out to Alameda in just a sec when the coach is ready to talk to the media. But let's talk about Jason Campbell. Here's a guy who's filling in for Bruce Gradkowski. Still, Bruce Gradkowski is the starter. This, according to Coach Tom Campbell. I know you got some thoughts on that. But at this point, you got to give it up to Jason Campbell, who started out the season very shaky. He is now settled in 310 yards, Romo, and what a nice effort by Jason Campbell.
Well, what I'm seeing is confidence. You know, he's throwing football knowing that his receivers are going to go get it. Play action. And he's doing it exactly the way Al Davis likes to do it. Play action, drop back, throw the ball deep. You saw a great play. DHB, that to me is a breakout play for him. Grab the ball with his hands, being able to really take charge with a really nice quarterback rating where, you know, we all know 3 weeks ago, you know, it was a 10.
We got to put it up just by comparison.
The last 2 weeks, as you see there, 123.8. So it's a situation where this guy has really matured. And I don't know, chicken or the egg, I don't know if it's the line play giving him the time he needs, or it's just him feeling that much more comfortable with the offense, with the guys, or the guys gelling around him. But to me, you know, when he walks out, there's just more confidence with him. And he's got this aura about him now that when he's in the huddle, it's like, okay, let's go get it done.
Maybe.
Like I told him, I said, you know, today is your opportunity. And, you know, not just you, but all the young guys. You know, to go out there and have a big day. You know, just got to believe in yourself and don't try to do anything, you know, extraordinary. Just do what you do and just play the game and let the game come to you. And I thought he answered the bell today. You know, he came out with a chip on his shoulder.
And that's a good thing. Darrius, Heyward,
we like a chip on his shoulder, don't we, Damon?
Well, it's the first time that we actually saw it. DHB has come a long way since his rookie season a year ago, now making big plays, and this, by far, was his biggest game in a Raiders uniform. He ended up with 105 yards on 5 receptions, and this is what you like to see. So far, in 2010, he's got 19 catches for 266 yards, nearly doubling, over doubling his effort from a year ago. He's got 1 touchdown, but truly, this is a year that he's starting to emerge, starting to feel confidence and starting to feel like he's part of this offensive unit. But you like what he did. The speed is being utilized on the corners now. Romo, he's going downfield. He's not worrying about getting hit. He's bulked up a little bit. Hands are soft. The guy is really coming to his own.
Yeah, what you see is you got he's making nice moves there. I like utilizing him on reverses. He's a guy that can now go into traffic and catch the football. I mean, Damon, it really comes down to this. Receivers got to catch the football and make plays, and that's what he's doing. I mean, last year, it was hard last year. The guy couldn't catch the football. And now the guy is catching the football. He's making plays. He's flying around doing what he was supposed to do last year. Hey, a year late, that's all right.
That's all right.
But he's getting it done now. I'm excited, because there's one thing you cannot coach in the NFL is you can't coach speed. Either you got it or you don't.
Right.
And he's got it, and that's what Al Davis saw on him.
He's got it big time, and now he's catching the ball, and now the speed can take over to get him to the house. Darrius Heyward Bay with a very nice 21 catches, actually 5 catches, 110 yards for 21 yards average. That is big. And he talked about his day against the Seahawks just a short while ago.
You kind of knew, that this is a week that you had to step up. How nice that feel to be able to do that in the game?
I mean, it feels good to be a part of a big win like that, to make plays out there for your teammates and for this organization. So I just had to do my job out there.
How far are you coming along since the beginning of this year?
I feel like I'm coming along. A little upset that I missed last week, being sick and all. But, days are coming along. I just got to be more consistent and make that happen each and every week.
When you look at the yards that this offense has put up and the points past 2 games, and you did it this last game without Murph and Zach as well, he caught only 1 ball. He's hurt. When you get all of your guys healthy, Shillings as well, when you get all of you guys healthy, how potent in this offense?
We could be very explosive, and we understand when guys are down, people got to step up to the plate and make plays, for this team. But, I just look at this team from this year compared to last year. We're so much better. We're so much more confident out there. So when we get everybody back healthy, we should be pretty good.
Why do you think they were able to get the ball to the wideouts more yesterday than they have been in the past couple games? Is it the play calling, or what they're giving you guys, or? Well,
the Seattle, they put, everybody in the box. They wanted to stop Darren from running the ball, so we had to throw the ball. You go into with a game plan, but you gotta understand that, defense is gonna do what they have to do to stop what worked the week before. So we ran the ball out last week, so that's what they wanted to stop, and the passing game opened up. And then because the passing game was working, Darren and Bush got some good runs.
There's a lot of guys in the league, if they aren't getting the ball, they'll go to the media, or, they'll go to the coaches and they'll pitch a fit. But you say that, if the ball isn't coming your way, then you're going to help the team in another way. But do you ever yearn for more? Do you ever lobby to it?
I mean, in college, it happened a lot. Then we didn't have a quarterback to throw the ball, really. No disrespect to Chris Turner and all those other guys who were my quarterbacks, but it's the truth, though. And you got when the ball comes your way, you got to make the play, and if it doesn't, it's football. You got to do a lot more other things out there.
What does it feel like to know that what you guys knew you can do, you're now capable of doing and showing on the field?
Oh, it feels good. I mean, when you go out there and people are making plays and the play calls sound good when you hear it in the huddle, everything just flows better.
Does the huddle have a different feel lately, the past 2 games or recently? Is there just more of a sense of...
It's just a sense of everybody knows you got to do your job. And Robert Galloway says a lot in the huddle. Everybody do their job and trust the man next to you that he's going to do his job. And that's been working for us.
What is the mood like in the huddle and in the locker room right now as compared to last year?
Well, we're a loose team. We're a real loose team. We like to have fun, but we go out there and we compete in practice. Everybody wants to get better, and you count on that guy next to you and across from you to make you better each and every week. And when we go in practice with that mentality, it's been working for us.
Indeed, it has. The Raiders are now 4-4 on the NFL season, heading into the downside with 8 to play. With that, let's take you back out to Alameda.
I just took the chance and just, try to lay out and get him one time. Defense always, gets a chance to hit the quarterback. So I was like, this is one opportunity for me to get a hit on a defensive guy. And, just glad I was able to make it.
What was Jason Campbell talking about? Talking about in the third quarter. As usual, when the ball is turned over, he's usually the target of the defense coming back. And quarterbacks often get laid out. But this time, Jason Campbell actually had an opportunity to lay out some punishment. Here it went down in the third. Jacoby Ford on an end around, and Jason hits Lawyer Malloy, puts him down.
I tell you what, that
nice
may be
block.
a fine.
That's
you know
not
what,
a
Damon?
fine.
That may be a fine.
His head was in front of the pads. That is not.
I
a
like
fine.
it.
That's a.
He laid him out. That's a defenseless defensive player is what that is. That's what that's called.
Romo just likes when people get hit.
He put him out for the count right there.
And that's an all-pro guy.
Did he get back up?
Yeah, Lawyer Malloy got back up. But Jason Campbell, better yet, he got back up. You want guys to go out there and be physical. You want guys to go out there and be aggressive. But when your quarterback does it, that's an eye-opening experience. And Tommy Kelly, defensive lineman, spoke about it.
Had a Malloy yesterday.
Who?
Campbell.
The quarterback? Do a block? No, I ain't see that.
He knocked him like 2-3 yards back.
Oh, no. Well, I'm happy he did that, but he don't need to be blocking nobody. Just hand it off and throw it, baby. That's all I need him doing. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's probably.
Well, let's show him.
That's probably.
Let's show him what his quarterback did, Damon.
Well, and that goes a long way to what Coach Cable talked about, Paul Gutierrez, and you did as well. This team is coming together. And when you got guys, your quarterback laying his body out on the line for a teammate to get some extra yards, that says a lot to where this team is as a unit.
No, absolutely, because that's not something that is normal for a quarterback to throw a block. And when they get to do that, you joke a little bit about, could that be a fine? And that is a joke because it was a pretty weak block. Okay, you got to admit he was kind of launching.
Lawyer left his feet, but he
left his feet, but he got a little pad. He got a little shoulder.
It was enough. Take another look at it. It was enough to get him off the play.
Did he even touch him? Oh, yeah, he got him. He got him. That was nice.
But that works. When the quarterback is coming back, he's got to get in front of somebody. And this Lawyer Malloy had launched, so he had no choice but to lay his body out. Jason Campbell did, and to launch himself just to get him out. He got about 3 or 4 extra yards out of that play. So Jason Campbell, hats off to you. Lawyer Malloy is going to be taking some ribbing up in Seattle.
Boom.
Little John Madden for you?
Yeah, a little boom.
Yeah,
bang.
And he hit him. He hit him pretty well. And one thing that we do, the only concern really out of this contest was Nnamdi Asomugha. And we talked about it earlier in the show that Nnamdi, his ankle had been rolled on. Chris Johnson, Stanford route, might be moved to his position. But really, a huge concern heading into Kansas City. Matt Castle throwing the football, has the opportunity to now spread the field and not focus on just one half of the field with your lockdown corner no longer there.
Well, I really don't think it's that much of a concern, and I think, Tom Cable spoke about it in the press conference. Okay, if he's hurt, he's hurt. Let's get the next guy in. Chris Johnson, I know you're going to come in and shut down whoever you have to cover, and that's what a really good team does. And we've been talking about it, Damon, is great teams, they feed off one another. They stick up for one another. They trust one another. This is a trust thing. If he can't go, it's about trusting that Chris Johnson can step in and do some. We used to say this in San Francisco when we were winning Super Bowls, that the backup has to do better than the starter. That doesn't always happen. There's usually a reason why a guy is starting. Nnamdi Asomugha is one of the best in the league, but hey, Chris Johnson can come in for a game and play better.
Well, this team is really starting to feel itself and play to its potential where we thought that they could be at the beginning of the season. And one of the leaders of this team is Robert Gallery, the offensive lineman, and he really gets into the huddle. You heard DHB talk about it. Robert comes in and says, hey, just do your job. And this is what he said earlier today.
Years around here, so it's this is what it's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be fun, and we're supposed to be in games like this, so we got to keep doing what we've done the last couple of weeks, and we got a shot to do some good stuff this year.
What have you done, do you think, as a team to turn it around like that? Can you kind of point to some things that have happened, or?
I just think we've stayed the course. That's Coach Cable's always said, stay the course, and everybody's kind of bought into what he's been preaching the last couple of years, and you know, things don't always happen overnight, and I think it's now just that turning point to where people see if we do things right, we're a pretty good team.
Did you say this week's the biggest game you guys have since you've been here?
Yeah, I mean, it is now since this game's over. Obviously, this will, you know, I think will put us in first place in the division if we can beat Kansas City and gets us one game above 500. Yeah, so this is, I think every game here on out is the most important because, you know, we have a chance to be in the hunt as the season goes on.